Welcome back to Houston Newsmakers. I'm joined by Harris County Republican Party Chair Paul Simpson, immigration attorney, and former City Council member Gordon Quan, and Charles Foster of the Foster Global Immigration Solutions, one of the largest immigration law firms in the country. Let's talk about Texas Senate Bill 4 that was passed last week, and they're planning on having the House take it up. Not really sure about what's going to happen in the House in terms of how quickly they're going to do that. What is that calling for, other than punishing local agencies and cities and colleges if they don't cooperate with immigration officials? Talk about that.
It's called an anti-sanctuary city bill. I think it's completely unnecessary, bad policy. First of all, we really don't have sanctuary cities. It's a misnomer. Immigration laws are continuing to be enforced through all of our cities, our state, and our country. Nothing is stopping that. The real question that this raises is, how much do we want our local police departments and our sheriff's department to be turned over to enforcing immigration laws, which, by the way, are primarily, overwhelmingly civil in nature. Deportations is civil. People who overstay their visa, that's civil. It's not even a crime. And so police departments throughout the state are pushing back because they don't want that responsibility.
Well, this passed on a straight party line vote in the Senate. It was pretty, I mean, all Republicans voted for it, Democrats voted against it. You think it's necessary? Do you feel the same way that the Republican colleagues?
Sure. Because when you have cities like Austin, where the officials are taking a very belligerent stance, as has been taken places like New York and certainly San Francisco, that they will not turn over criminals who are here illegally in their custody to the federal officials. So what SB 4 does, number one, is it makes it clear that those are already in detention or detained by local law officials and who are subject to a federal detainer request from the immigration agency. You have to turn them over, and it exempts, victims of crimes and witnesses, people involved in domestic violence and so forth.
Are you concerned about what's going on here?
I definitely am. When Bill White had asked me to write a legal opinion as to whether Houston was a sanctuary city, we could not find that we met that definition. We cooperated with local immigration authorities. We worked on raids together with local immigration authorities. We were not a city that turned away from federal enforcement. It is, as Charles said, a matter of prioritization. Who has primary responsibility? Our police department is short of manpower now. I'm working with the sheriff's office. They're also short on manpower. So one of the things the bill also does is penalizes the law enforcement officer themselves and can hold them in contempt, and they can lose their job because they're not following this law.
There's so much that goes into this immigration issue. And so a lot of people sitting there, they would say, look, if somebody's here illegally and they are found guilty of a crime or they're arrested, then they say, well, he should be sent back. And there are those of you who say, no, you got to have due process first. Where does this all settle out? And who's going to be responsible for enforcing it evenly across the state?
Well, let me just, obviously the federal government's responsible for sending people back. People are entitled to a due process hearing. But the real question is, how much do we want our local police involved in doing that? They're across the country. This is really a phony issue. Anyone charged or convicted of a serious crime, there's no issue there. The only issue is, are people that were just stopped for a minor traffic offense, are they going to be held indefinitely until ICE comes by and pick them up? There are two issues. There's legal issues. How long can the county or the city hold someone once they're free on any criminal charge? There's no criminal charge.